Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday Mastery Training. My name is Louis Tornez. I'm your insurance agency owner of LTDT Insurance, and I'm here with a lot of stuff going on today. I want to welcome you to this great Monday, beginning of August already. My God, how time is flying. Anyway, let's get into what we're doing today. We're going to be talking, today's topic is going to be on the art of referrals. But before we do that, I have a bunch of announcements. So let me get that out of the way too. Um, let's start off with, I want to do a congratulations. Whoa, yes, a congratulations. Who's that for? Miss Judith Vella, now officially a certified Medicare insurance planner. And she worked real hard to get this thing, so I'm glad that she's among the ranks of my fellow certified Medicare insurance planners. If you want to get more information on how to become a certified planner, yeah, there you go. But I just thought I'd throw that shout out because it's a big thing. It does give you credibility. There's a lot of things that you have to requirements to get the title, so it's not just get a title, do something. But that's one thing. Let me keep going because like I said, I do have a bunch of things. Uh, our Monday mastery training, there's a schedule so far that we're doing. Keep in mind, obviously, we won't be here on Labor Day. But on top of that, also, you do have the Monday morning Mojo call, which kind of ran a little late. That's why I'm running a little behind. But that's usually 9 o'clock on Monday mornings. That's done through Owen Insurance Group. If you're not on there, you can send me a text message. I'll be happy to get you that information. Again, everybody's welcome to that. And life insurance training is actually starting on the second and fourth Wednesdays of each month through Owen Insurance Group. So we're doing a lot of training now, and it's really going to be something that's going to be important to all of us. Let me see what else I got here. All right, some of y'all probably received an email with me. This is a meeting. Again, sorry for the rush that I didn't get it out with a lot of time, but this is going to be a meeting tomorrow, 11 o'clock in the morning. If you're able to attend, you should have the link. If you don't, send me a message and I'll get that to you. But you should have an email that showed the link for this wellness cafeteria plan. It's open for everybody. Guess what? You don't even need a license. So this is something that you can make some extra money, and it's not too bad shabby, and it is residuals, and it's a monthly number. If you want more information, we're going to discuss this tomorrow at 11 o'clock. You should have the Zoom link, like I said, for that. If you, again, always ask me questions. Reminder, we are also on YouTube. Okay, so make sure you go on our YouTube channel. These recordings, I try to get them up as soon as possible. Last week I did them right after. Uh, Next time, let me do something here. Let me see, does this work? Hey, yeah, that's working today. How do you like that? Thank you, Rachel. Good morning. So these are, I'm trying to see if that works. I've been trying to work on that and make sure it works. What else is going on? Let's go to the next one. Our Owen Insurance Kickoff Party. Our AEP kickoff party will be on September 25th. Starts at 10:30, 3 o'clock. It's in Stewart, Florida. We'll be doing for people locally here. I believe Judith and I think Kevin will be joining me. So anyone else that's locally here, if you all want to go with it, we're going to drive out early in the morning, meet at a Publix on State Road 80, and then head out to Stewart and then come back. It's going to be a long day, but well worth the trip. I haven't missed one since they started it. I have commitment tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, great question. Let me just put that up there. Unfortunately, I'm not able to record. This is not my meeting, so it's going to be this. But I'll make sure if you're interested, Robin, we'll talk, and I'll set up a separate meeting with you. or anybody else that needs it if you can't make that meeting tomorrow? Great question. Thank you. Ba, 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 ba. All right. So again, more announcements. I just wanted to let everyone know that ACA is being extended to January 15th. This just came out last week. So those of you that sell ACA plans, this year they were cutting it down to December 15th. No hands off or ifs or buts. Well, guess what? CMS decided to make it a change, and they are going to give it to January 15th. So that means, of course, if you sign someone up by December 15th, it starts January 1st. If from December 16th through January 15th, it would start on February 1st. Same as that always before. Whew, got all that out of there. So let's get into today's topic. Let me move this over here so I can keep an eye on that too. All right. So today's topic is on the art of building referrals, how to turn great service into a consistent introduction. Referrals is the best way to grow your business because they begin with someone that trusts you, someone that referred you. When a satisfied customer introduces us to a family member or a friend or a coworker, part of that client's trust transfers to us before we even make the first call. But referrals don't happen just because we complete an enrollment or say something or save someone money. They happen when people feel heard, valued, and protected and remembered. Today, we're going to learn how to create a referral worthy experience, recognize the right moments to ask, use language that feels natural, and build a consistent referral without pressure. Are you not seeing it? Ooh. Okay. I don't know why you're not seeing. Does everybody else see it, or is it just a Tom thing? Yeah, that's okay. That's it. Oh, I haven't moved on yet. Ooh, don't scare me like that. Well, hold on. While you're doing that, let me show. No problem. No problem. Hey, listen, I appreciate it. Let me close the door here. Okay. Let me get back over here. You all didn't even see I got up. That's right. Oh, yes, I did. There you go. I'm back. All right. So where was I? So by the end of today's trading, I want every agent to feel comfortable asking for introductions, not because we're chasing sales, but because we know that there's more people who need honest guidance and excellent service. So let's get started. Tom, do you see this change? All right. Okay. So today, the quote of the day is actually take care of the people and the people take care of you. And that, of course, is not only our LTDT insurance motto, it's the way we should operate every day. When we truly take care of the people, we listen to their concerns, explain their options clearly, keep our promises, and remain available after the sale. People forget the details of the plan we discuss, but they will remember how we made them feel. Did they feel heard? Did they feel respected? Did they feel confident sending a family member or friend to us? Referrals are created by asking for names. They're not created by asking for names, I should say. They're created by delivering an experience that people want others to receive. When clients know we care about them, not simply the commission, they become our strongest supporters. So, as we go through this training today, remember this: serve first, build trust, and provide real value. When we consistently take care of the people, the referrals will come naturally. And that's how we grow the right way. All right. So here's the roadmap for today. We begin by discussing why referrals matter and why they are one of the strongest ways to grow our business. Next, we're going to look at why some clients refer us and why even satisfied clients sometimes do not. Usually, it's because they never were asked or they don't know clearly who we can help. Then we're going to focus on becoming a referral-worthy agent. Before asking for an introduction, we must provide an experience built on trust, service, and follow-through. We'll also identify the best moments to ask because timing matters. A referral request feels natural and we solve problems. It sounds natural if we after we solve a problem, receive a compliment, or a successful review. From there, we're going to practice what to say so that the conversation feels confident and comfortable and not pushy or scripted. Finally, we're going to build a simple system for recording, contacting, following up with, and thanking every referral. The very thing. The goal is to make a referral a constant part of how we serve and grow, not something we leave to chance. So let's get started. Let me just look at something here. Okay. Oops. Referrals are powerful because they allow us to begin with something that every agent needs: trust. When a client recommends us to a friend or family member, part of that client's trust is transferred before we even speak with a new prospect. We're no longer a stranger making a cold call. We're the person that they trust recommended. Referrals, prospects are usually easier to reach than more comfortable speaking with us. And they're more likely to keep their appointments. The conversation begins with credibility because the client already has had shared their positive experience. Okay? And referrals are lower in our marketing costs. So you're not paying for these things. We don't have to spend as much money or time trying to get someone's attention. Instead, our excellent service helps open the door. The greatest opportunity that is a greatest opportunity is a client that's content with us, that they'll connect us to their entire family, their workplace, their church, their neighborhood, their community. But we must protect that trust. A referral is not a guaranteed sale. It's an opportunity to serve other people with the same care and respect that earned us that introduction. That's why referrals are so powerful. One of the greatest, one great client experience can continue creating new relationships for years. I just got a referral the other day because I helped a family that I didn't even sell to, but because I was being honest with them and did things, they sent me two brand new people, which I did get to sell. Okay, so referrals are extremely powerful, and it's really what a lot of my business is done on referrals. But referrals begin with a right mindset. They're earned first and requested second. Before we ask a client for an introduction, we must give them a reason to feel confident recommending us. And that starts with serving before asking. And educating instead of pressuring. Don't ever get into the pressure. That's not going to work. Our job is to solve real problems, explain options clearly, and help clients make decisions that fit their needs. Then we must keep our promises. Okay. If we say we're going to call back or follow up or check on an issue, we must do it. Don't expect people just to say, hey, oh, they forgot. Oh, they were late. No, take care of it. The relationship doesn't end after the enrollment. Staying available after shows the client that we care about them, not only the sale or commission. We want the client to feel remembered. A simple birthday message, annual reviews, check-in calls, or follow-up after a service issue can make a big difference. Ask yourself, would the client feel confident putting my name in front of someone they cared about? When the client feels safe, valued, and supported, asking for a referral becomes natural. We simply are inviting them to help someone else receive the same level of care. Earn the trust, deliver the value, then confidently ask for the introduction. All right, so clients refer us when they feel confident that people care about and will receive the same excellent service they receive. So first, they must trust the agent. Trust comes from listening. Oh, here goes the thunder. Trust comes from listening, being honest, explaining things clearly, and keeping our promises. They also need to understand the value we provide. Sometimes our greatest value is not saving money, but it may be solving a problem, removing confusion, or giving a client's peace of mind. The experience must also feel simple and comfortable. Insurance can be confusing. When we make the process easier and treat clients with patience and respect, they remember that. Referrals often happen when clients recognize that someone they know had a similar problem. Maybe a friend turning 65, someone losing coverage, or someone planning for retirement, or someone simply looking for life insurance. Finally, we must make the introduction easy. Instead of asking the client to become a salesperson for us, we can suggest a simple group text, an email introduction, or sharing the contact information. A phone call works just as good. Let me see. Here's the question we should ask ourselves. Would my client feel comfortable placing someone they care about in my hands? When the answer is yes, we have created a referral worthy relationship. Okay? Now, even though when a client they may be completely satisfied, they may not automatically refer someone to us. Why is that? That's simple. They were never asked. Clients may appreciate our service, but referrals may not be on their mind unless we start the conversation. One of the things I like to say after I've done this, and before I get into the next one, is my biggest. You said, "Can I thank you? How can I thank you?" I said, "Best thank you can give me is send me someone that needs my help." That might work. Another reason they may not give you referrals, they were never. Excuse me. They were unsure about whom we could help. Instead of asking, do you know anyone who needs insurance? We should be specific. Ask about someone turning 65, someone that's retiring soon, someone losing coverage, or someone who's confused about Medicare. That happens a lot. A lot of people out there like that. They forget all the problems we can solve. They may know us as their Medicare agent and don't realize that we also help with health insurance, life insurance, and annuities. That's what your license says. And there's plenty of other products that even in the health, just in the health, that we can help them with. For those of you that were on the Monday morning mojo call, perfect example. We had a great thing with UNL, okay? Hospital indemnity plans, all that sort of stuff. That's all part of it. We do all that. Privacy is another concern. Clients may feel uncomfortable sharing someone else's phone number. That is why we should ask for a warm introduction, maybe by a group text, email, or a phone call with everyone's permission. And the request can also feel uncomfortable when it's too broad or it sounds like pressure. Folks, keep it simple. Let's keep it simple, natural, and focused on helping. Finally, some clients assume that we are already too busy. Let them know that we welcome the opportunity to help other families and friends. The key message here, let me get there. The key message here is this: a satisfied client is not automatically a referral source. We must clearly explain whom we are helping and ask at the right moment and make that introduction easy and comfortable. Becoming referral worthy is not a single action. It's a complete experience we give the clients from the first conversation through ongoing services. First of all, listen carefully. Don't rush to present a product. Let the client explain what's happening, what their concerns are, and what they truly want. Next, identify the real needs. We've talked about this in need analysis. The first question may not reveal the actual problem. Ask good follow-up questions so you understand their priorities. Then explain the options simple. Insurance can be confusing. Our job is to make it easy to understand so the clients can make an informed decision. Make a suitable recommendation based on the client's needs, not what's easiest to sell or pays the most. Complete the process correctly. Submit accurate information. Document the conversation. Follow compliance requirements and explain what happens next. After the sale, follow up. Confirm that the client received their materials, understand their coverage, and does not have any unresolved questions. And finally, remain available for service. When a client calls months later, they should receive the same care they received during enrollment. Every step builds trust. Even when a client feels hurt, protected, and supported, they become confident putting our names in front of someone they care about. That is a referral worthy experience. And that's how we grow LTDT insurance the right way. or your agency or whoever. Okay? So creating the wow moment doesn't always require something big or expensive. Most of the times, it means doing something that helped a client that they didn't expect. I do all my Medicare people that are diabetics. I set them up with diabetic supplies. Don't have to do it. I don't get paid extra for it, but it's that wow moment that I helped that client. Okay, it can happen many ways when we solve Medicare problems that have been frustrating the clients for weeks. It might be finding out why a prescription is not covered, confirming whether a doctor is in network, or explaining the benefits the clients never really understood. Sometimes the wow moment is helping clients save money appropriately. But remember, the lowest price is not always the best solution, so do that carefully. We must make sure that the coverage fits the client's healthcare and financial needs. Following up without being reminded in another powerful moment. When we call with an update before the client has to chase us, we show that they matter and that we kept our promise. Helping with the unexpected service problem. And even a simple check-in call can have a major impact. Hey, how are you doing? Is everything working well with your plan? That shows that our relationship didn't end after an enrollment. These moments create relief, trust, and gratitude. That is when the client begins thinking, I know someone else who needs this kind of help. Think about your recent client conversation. What wow moment have you created lately? The goal isn't just to satisfy the client. The goal is to provide such excellent care that they feel confident introducing us to the people they care about. So timing is important when we ask for referrals. Okay. So the best time, obviously, is immediately after a positive moment. When the client feels satisfied, relieved, or grateful. Oops. Okay, hold on 1 second. There we go. For example, after you resolve the problem, that's been worrying the customer or the client. Their relief is fresh, and they understand the value you provided. Great time to ask. You just completed an enrollment. That can be a good time also, but only when the client feels comfortable and confident about the process. We should never rush into asking before answering all their questions. Listen careful. Listen carefully for positive signals. If the client says, "Thank you," or "You've made this easy," or "I feel so much better now," that's a natural opportunity. A successful annual review. That's another excellent time. You have confirmed that the client's coverage still fits their needs and remind them of the service you provided. Client gives you a compliment. It's a good open door as well. You can respond by saying, "Thank you. That means a lot to me. If you know someone who can use the same kind of help, I would appreciate an introduction." Follow-up calls are especially powerful. When a client confirms that everything is working well, okay, we can comfortably ask whether someone in their family or circle of friends may need some guidance. The key is to recognize the moment and keep the request natural. We are not pressuring the clients or asking them for a list of names. We're simply inviting them to introduce us to someone else who may need our help. Remember, provide the value first, confirm the client's satisfied, and then ask with confidence. All right. Sorry about that. Instead of asking a broad question like, "Do you know anyone who needs insurance?" Help the client picture help the client picture a specific person. How do you do that? Do you know anyone who's turning 65? Do you know anyone who's retiring or approaching retirement? Or maybe someone that's moving to Florida or wherever you guys are at. Or how about those life changes often create moves. Do they know about a family member losing coverage, or maybe a friend that's losing employer coverage, or a small business owner who needs benefits? A lot of benefits with small business owners. If you all don't know that, we need to sit down and talk. They may also have a parent with with young children, new homeowners, or other families that need life insurance protection. The more specific we are, the easier it is for someone to come to mind. For example, if we say, "Who do you know is turning 65 within next year and may have a question about Medicare?" Or, "Do you know anyone who recently retired or moved to Florida or lost coverage through an employer?" The mind stops going. If they got someone, they're going to give you names. They're going to recommend them. Notice we're not asking for the clients to sell insurance for us. We're asking them to identify someone who may benefit from the same guidance and care that they received. Once someone comes to mind, ask for a warm introduction through a group text, maybe through email or a phone call. Don't ask for private contact information without permission, especially if you're doing Medicare. Remember, we're not allowed. Think about compliance. I guess the key is simple. Don't ask for just anybody. Ask for specific types of people you're prepared to help. Now, before we even ask for a referral, we must first show genuine appreciation. Appreciation is more than saying thank you. It means recognizing the client's trust. They allowed us an opportunity or an import to be part of their life, their health, their finances, their family, or retirement. We might say, "I truly appreciate you for trusting me in helping you with this." Or, "Thank you for giving me the opportunity to help you. Your trust means a lot to me." This should never sound rushed or scripted. Make eye contact. Use the client's name and connect your appreciation to what you accomplished together. When people feel genuinely appreciated, they'll feel valued not used. That creates a natural bridge to the rest of the referral conversation. Then we can confirm that they are satisfied. Identify someone else we may be able to help, and invite a comfortable invitation or introduction. Remember, we're not appreciating the client just because we want something. We appreciate them because their trust matters. Lead with gratitude. Make it sincere. Then let the referral conversation develop naturally. Now let's focus on step 2. Confirm. Before asking for an introduction, confirm that the client is truly satisfied and comfortable with the service they received. You might ask, do you feel comfortable with everything we reviewed today? Or did I answer all your questions? Is there anything else you need help with before we finish? Then stop and listen. Do not assume the client is satisfied just because the appointment went well. Their answer may reveal a concern, confusion, or unfinished issue that needs attention. If something is unresolved, take care of that first. This is not the moment to ask for a referral. When the client clearly says they feel confident, relieved, or well taken care of for, or you confirmed basically that you delivered real value. That positive response creates a natural bridge. Okay? I'm glad to hear that. I want every person I help to feel that same level of confidence. Remember, confirm satisfaction before requesting an introduction. Make sure the client feels completely taken care of first. Okay? Let's go to the third step, identity. Instead of asking, do you know anyone who needs insurance? Again, I just doesn't work with me. Describe the specific type of person you are prepared to help. A broad question forces the client to think about everyone they know. However, a specific question helps one real person come to mind. Again, examples. Who do you know is turning 65 soon? Who do you know? Do you know anyone who's confused about Medicare? Has maybe a family member or a friend recently retired, moved to Florida, or lost employer coverage? The person we identify should match the service we provided, though. If we help the client understand Medicare, mention someone facing similar Medicare decisions. We're not asking for the clients to give us some private information. Don't ever go that route. We're simply helping them recognize a person who might benefit from the same type of care. Once someone comes to mind, we can move on to the final step, inviting the client to make a decision. Remember, specific people create specific referrals. Clearly describe whom you can help and make it easy for the client to think about the right person. All right, so let's focus on the last step. Once the client identifies someone who may need help, invite them to make a comfortable introduction. The key word is invite. We're not pressuring the client, demanding contact information, or asking them to sell for us. We're simply making them the next step easy. You might say, would you feel comfortable with introducing us? Would you mind starting up a group text message so they know why I'm reaching out? Would you prefer to share my information and let them contact me? Whatever the client decides that's more comfortable for them, do it that way. A lot of times I just do this latter one. I'll just share my contact information with a client. They send it out to the next person. They'll put a little note. Hey, this is my Medicare guy. If you got any questions, bingo, blah, 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 blah. A three-way text message, an email, or a phone introduction is usually stronger than receiving a name and phone number. A referred person knows who we are, why we're being introduced, and who connected us. Always respect the client's comfort level. If they hesitate, don't push. Give them your contact information and let them decide how they want to handle it. Remember, the goal is not to collect names. The goal is to create a warm, permission-based introduction on trust. Make the invite simple, comfortable, and easy to complete. Here we go here. Going backwards. All right, here we go. Here are 4 natural ways to ask for a referral without sounding too pushy or rehearsed. Okay? So let's talk about after receiving a compliment. Obviously, accept it with appreciation. Then connect that positive experience to someone else who may need our help. Thank you. That means a lot to me. The best compliment you can give me is to introduce me to someone who you may need the same kind of help. Not bad. After solving a problem, use a client's relief as a natural opening. I'm glad we took care of this. Do you know anyone who may be dealing with a similar issue? Great. During an annual review, be specific. The client can picture a real person. Who in your family or circle of friends is turning 65 next year? And finally, a permission-based request. Would you feel comfortable in sending them my information or introducing us by text? The goal is not to collect names or pressure the client. The goal is to make it easy for a satisfied client to connect someone they care about with you as a trusted resource. Choose a script that fits the moment. Say it in your own voice and then pause. Give the client time to think and respond. Now this slide shows a strongest referral, and it's called a 3-way introduction. The current client does more than give just a name. They introduce this prospect directly to the agent and explains that they believe that we can help. Okay, so here it says, Maria, I want to introduce Jeanette with LTDT Insurance. She helped me understand Medicare options and made the process easy. Jeanette, Maria is turning 65 soon and has a few questions. I'll let the two of you connect from here. Notice the client does what the client does this in this example. They name both people, share their positive experience, identifies Maria's needs, and allows Jeanette and Maria to continue the conversation. This works because the transfer in trust is immediate. Maria, okay, hold on a second. Maria is not receiving a cold call from an unfamiliar agent. She already knows Jeanette's name and why Jeanette is contacting her and recommends her, and who recommended her, I should say. And a three-way conversation, it can happen in person or through a group text or by email or on a phone call. The wording doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs to be clear, natural, and permission-based. Okay? Once introduced, the agent should thank the referred source, greet the prospect warmly, and ask for permission to continue. We should never assume that the person is ready to enroll or discuss private information. The goal here is simple. Create a comfortable connection, establish trust, and let the prospect decide whether to take the next steps. Again, a warm introduction opens the door. Our professionalism and service determines what happens next. Okay, let me fly through this here real quick. Referral mistakes can damage and trust the work that's so hard to earn. First, never ask before delivering value. The client should feel helped, understood, and appreciated before we request that introduction. Avoid sounding desperate, rehearsed, or pushy. We're inviting the client to connect with us, not connect with someone, and not demanding names. In other words, make sure we're not pressuring people for names. Privacy and permissions are critical. Never ask for personal information the client is uncomfortable sharing. And never contact someone who didn't agree to be contacted. A three-way text or an email is usually the safest and most comfortable approach. We must also avoid making promises about savings, benefits, or results. Every person's situation is different. Our role is to review their needs and explain their options accurately. Now, once we receive the referral, follow up promptly, but treat the person like a new relationship, not a guaranteed sale. Listen first and earn their trust. Finally, always thank the referral source, whether the person enrolls or not. Their introduction was an act of trust, and that should never be taken for granted. The main message is simple. A referral is a relationship, not just another lead. Protect that relationship through permission, professionalism, appreciation, and excellent service. A referral doesn't give us permission to ignore compliance rules. In fact, because the introduction is built on trust, we must be even more careful to protect everyone involved. Before contracting the referred person, make sure they have agreed to the contact. A three-way text message, an email, a phone introduction is usually the best approach because the person knows who we are and why we're reaching out. Protect privacy. Never discuss the original client's health, coverage, medications, finances, or other private information. We can mention who made the referral, who introduced us, but we need to not explain their personal situation. In other words, keep that privacy with us. For Medicare prospects, we must still follow all marketing and contact requirements. Before discussing specific plan options, complete the required scope of appointment and process, and properly discuss any documents or permissions, referral sources, and conversations. If the person is not says they're not interested or asks us not to contact them again, we respect that immediately. A referral is an opportunity to help, offer to help, not permission to pressure someone. The message is simple: protect the client, protect the referred person privacy, document everything, and follow the rules every time. Compliance does not get in the way of referrals. Compliance protects the relationships that make referrals possible. Okay, once we receive referral, timely and professional following up is critical. A warm referral can quickly become cold if we wait too long. Begin by mentioning the person who made their introduction. This helps the prospect recognize the connection and understands why you are calling. Next, cheers to you. Clearly explain your purpose. Keep the opening short, friendly, and focused on helping, not selling. Ask permission to continue. Is it now a good time for a quick conversation? If not, schedule an appointment when it's convenient. During the first conversation, listen for questions and document. Document the referral source, the permission, the conversation, the appointment, the next follow-up steps. If you use an agent CRM, that's a great place to do it. Good notes must be kept, and opportunities may not be forgotten. A simple opening could be, "Hello, Maria. This is Rachel with LTDT Insurance. John introduced us because you have many questions about Medicare. Is now a good time for a quick conversation?" Perfect. One of the most important things we keep in mind is we need to thank the referral. Thanking the referral source is one of the most important parts of the referral process. When someone introduces us to a friend or a family member, they're putting their own reputation and trust on the line. We should never take that confidence for granted. Send a short text, maybe a thank you message as soon as possible. Let them know that you appreciate the introduction and will treat the referred person with the same care and respect. You might say, "Thank you for trusting me enough to introduce Maria. I truly appreciate your confidence in me, and I will make sure she receives the same care and respect." We thank the referral source whether or not the person schedules an appointment, enrolls, or becomes a client. The introduction itself deserves appreciation. Also, privacy is critical. Never tell the referred source whether the person is enrolled, which plan they selected, or anything discussed during the appointment. All you can say is simple: "Thank you again for introducing us. I appreciate your trust." Remember, a sincere thank you closes the referral loop, protects the relationship, and encourages future introductions. Always show appreciation because the referral was not just late, it was an act of trust. All right, so building, I'm going to run by this real quick. I know we're running real short on time. So the biggest referral sources, and I'm just going to read them here. They're existing clients. Make sure you get that. Family and friends. They already know the character. Healthcare professionals. They're real good. I got doctors' offices that I work with right now. Financial professionals, CPAs. They're working with people that they're retired and planning their retirement, and they need Medicare and any different things. Real estate agents, mortgage protection, mortgage professionals. They help people who move in, downsizing, buying a home, relocating to Florida. Also, as some of them are going on Medicare and need to move. Business owners, big. Here's a big one, and tomorrow you'll understand that one even more if you're with me. Community leaders and senior organizations. All these are a great way of getting into a referral circle. So these people can also refer. You're gonna need to partner with some of these people. All right, so this is a 30-day plan referral from good ideas into a consistent weekly habit. All right, first thing you want to do is you want to identify 20 satisfied clients. If you have 20 people, that's great. Call them all. People you know and trust and have had experience of value of your service. The next five, contact 5 of those clients each week. This makes your plan manageable. You don't need to contact everyone at once. Just 5. 5 meaningful conversations per week. During that conversation, look for positive moments. If the client expresses satisfaction, relief, appreciation, naturally ask whether they know someone who may need help in a similar situation. Whenever possible, request a 3-way introduction, whether it be by text, email, or phone. This is more comfortable than effective because the referred person knows who you are, why you're connecting, and who introduced you. Always thank the referral partner, the source. And finally, review it every Monday. How many clients did you contact? How many times did I ask? How many introductions did I receive? Did I follow up and document everything? What can I improve this week? 5 conversations for the next 4 weeks. Bingo, that's 20 opportunities. If you have more, keep going. All right, so let's talk about the key ways. And I'm flying through this right now. Great service creates referral opportunities. When a client feels heard, protected, and supported, they're more likely to introduce us to others. Be specific of who you help, whether turning 65, retiring, moving from Florida, losing coverage, or needing life insurance. Earn the opportunity first. Okay? Make sure you ask after delivering some kind of value. Make the introduction easy. A 3-way text, emails, phone calls usually are more comfortable than asking for someone's private information. As a matter of fact, I don't even recommend you get that. Never pressure the client. An invitation should be natural, respectful, and optional. Protect privacy is a must. Follow all compliance requirements and track every referral and follow up in agent CRM or whatever your CRM is. And a warm referral can quickly become cold if we wait too long. And finally, always thank the referral source. All right, guys. Whoops. So let's open this up. Any questions, comments? I know I've been talking for a while, so whoops, get back over there. Get back. Right there. Any questions, comments, concerns? Let me see if I got it. I don't even know if I got this. Anybody? Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. Let's see. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. My pleasure. I know. Oh, Brenda, I'm sorry. I have the wrong thing. Sorry about that. I got this. Thank you. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Robin. Before we go, let me go ahead and get in here. Let's talk about next week. Okay, so folks, if you're seeing the recording or you're not contract with Owen Insurance Group or with LTDT Insurance, please feel free to give me a contact. You got my contact information there, and we can talk about it. See if it's the right fit for you all. Um, Let me throw that in there. And then next week we're going to be discussing becoming a trusted advisor. We're not insurance agents. We want to be trusted advisors. Yes, you're an agent. Yes, we know that. All right, there we go. Thanks. So appreciate that, Shan. Dennis, appreciate that. Guys, if there's anything I can do, again, let me put this back up. There's my information. Feel free to grab it. And anybody else have any questions before we drop off here? I know we're running a little tab behind than normal. If not, love y'all. You all take care. We'll catch you next week. Oh, catch you all tomorrow, 11 o'clock. If I don't see you tomorrow, then we'll catch you on Saturday. Julie, I didn't see you there. How you doing, sweetie? All right. We'll all be talking. Have a great day.